Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. This is Rudraditya, and in this video we are going to do camera comparison video between these two phones, iPhone 11 and Realme 6. And I know it's a little weird, but many of you guys asked, like I did a speed test comparison between these two phones, and you guys asked for the camera comparison video as well. Like 4 or 5 comments I saw on that video, and then I do a poll in which more than 50% people voted for this camera comparison. So just for fun, I'm going to do this camera comparison video. So without wasting any time, let's get started. And one thing I didn't mention, that this is a blind test camera comparison video, and I will show you the result after the photo samples. So first let's see the camera specifications. So on the iPhone 11 we have two lenses. One is wide angle lens which is 12 megapixel, and another one is ultra wide angle lens which is also 12 megapixel. And on the other hand we have Realme 6, and on the rear of this phone we have four camera lens. First is 64 megapixel wide lens, then 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, and then 2 megapixel macro lens and 2 megapixel for depth lens. And definitely on paper Realme 6 is better in terms of megapixel and number of lens, but we all know the camera capabilities of iPhone 11. So now let's see this fun camera comparison video. So guys, this is the first photo. So we can clearly see the difference of color temperature. B is warmer, A is a little bit cooler than B. And in terms of details, almost both phones done a good job if we see by zooming in. So there is a color difference, so it depends on you which one you will prefer. And now moving toward the second photo. So guys, this is an interesting one, and if I have to pick one, I will pick A in this photo, because the main subject which is in the foreground is looking better. Even the shadows of the main subject is better as compared to B. And if you see the pillows in the background, then the color shades and the sun rays looking better in A as compared to B. So in this photo I will clearly say that A is a clear winner for me. And now again we have the same photo at 2x zoom. So in this photo also again I will go with A, and it depends on you which one you will pick, but I will go with A in this photo. And now let's see this same photo at 5x zoom. Well guys, if we see this image at 5x zoom, then things are a little bit different. If we talk about color, then no doubt I will still go with A. But if we see the focusing of the images, then B kept the above part of the photo in focus properly, while A has some trouble. And also the details, I mean the overall detail is better in B as compared to A. So it's a 50-50 for me, but slightly B is better than A for me in this photo. And now guys, let's talk about another interesting photo. And I will remind you, one phone is a mid-range phone which costs you 14,000, and one phone is a flagship which costs you 70,000. And there is not a day-night difference. I can tell you that you guys definitely observed this so far. And in this photo, same, one is a little bit on a cooler tone, but another one is a little bit warmer. And it's hard to pick one for me, but you have to pick one, and I can show you the details by zooming in. So after zooming in, the left part of the photo is better in B, but on the right part I guess A is better. Now you have to pick one. Now guys, take a look at this photo. So I can say that A is a little underexposed and B is not overexposed. It is properly exposed, because look at the main subject which is the phone, and it looks much better on B. So I will go with B in this photo. Now let's see daylight picture. So in daylight it's opposite, isn't it? Like in indoor lights, A is cooler and B is warmer, but here A is cooler and B is, I guess, not cooler but properly exposed. The color reproduction is excellent. Look at the skies, trees and building, everything is exposed properly. So in this case I must say that B is a clear winner, especially because of those buildings. Now guys, take a look at portrait shot. So in this one definitely A is on warmer side, B is on cooler side. But if we see the background blur, then edge detection is good on both the phones, but the amount of background blur is better in A, because B blurred the background too much, which I don't like. But if we see the background color, especially the skies, is much better on B as compared to A. So, and yeah, if you talk about the skin tone, then I will definitely go with B, and A is also a little bit softer as compared to B, so slightly better. B is slightly better here in this photo for me. And now here is another photo, and I will not talk about this photo too much. You have to decide by your own. It depends on your personal preference. So pick one, and now let's move ahead. Now guys, let's see an image taken from a ultra wide angle lens, and this time A is definitely better than the regular wide angle lens, because in regular wide angle lens we see that building in A looks very bad, very yellowish, but this time it looks better. And in this time in ultra wide angle lens, I notice a weird thing on B. If we see the above part of the image, then at the skies there is something blackish. I don't know from where it comes, but it looks weird. But overall both phone is good here, and definitely it depends on you that which one you will pick. And now guys, let's talk about the selfie camera. So in this one I don't think I have to talk too much, because B is a clear winner as compared to A. It's better in every aspect. But yeah, one thing good in A is that it's more wide, because in portrait mode you will, like in portrait selfies, you get better angle, better more wide angle as compared to B. Otherwise B is very good in this photo. And now guys, I'm 100% sure that after watching that selfie and now this night shot, you guys identify that which one is which. And in this photo, B completely destroyed A, like in brightness, in sharpness, in details, in everything. B is definitely better than A, and in night shot there is no chance A have. But still guys, there is one photo which will clear everything. So let's take a look. So guys, here I took against the sunlight photo in which we can see dynamic range, and obviously you can see A destroy B completely, and there is no chance that a mid-range phone can beat iPhones in terms of dynamic range. So yeah, B is iPhone 11 and A is Realme 6. Well, here is the conclusion that in terms of dynamic range, low light shot, selfie shot, iPhone 11 is way better than Realme 6. But in terms of artificial shots or normal casual shots, macro shot in normal daylight or ultra wide angle shots, there is not much of a difference. Not, I mean, day night difference. So this is really good and very impressive from Realme 6 point of view. But there are three major points as I mentioned earlier, in which iPhone 11 is way better, and overall definitely iPhone 11, the camera of iPhone 11 is way better than Realme 6. But this is a fun comparison, as I told earlier in the starting of the video. By the way, do let me know in the comment box below that how much photos of A and B you guys picked. Definitely let me know in the comment box, and if you guys like this video, then do like, share, subscribe, and you know the drills. And I will see you very soon in the next one.